private estate. It's a private estate.
Yeah.
There's a massive sign up there saying private estate.
From here on inwards, where does it say that?
Private estate. Private estate.
Yeah.
Private estate on there. Sign up there saying private estate.
Okay. Oh, private estate.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
it's still private estate.
It's that one there, isn't it?
That's not public. Yeah, but it's a private estate.
I'm not arguing the estate's private, but
No, this ain't a public.
well, say that.
Private estate.
Okay. Oh, private estate.
Yeah.
It says public footpath there. Look. It's a public footpath, yeah.
No, this ain't a public. Private estate.
Yeah. So I'm all right to go down here. It's just
I don't any recording on the board though. Private estate. No recording allowed of vibration.
say that.
Private estate. It's a private estate.
Yeah. No, but where does it say you can't film?
There's a private estate on there.
All right. Okay.
There's a massive sign up there saying private estate. Public footpath, yeah, but
Yeah.
it's still private estate.
Oh, look at this. Look, private estate. Here for me. Bad John. Look, I'm all right to go down here and back again.
Yeah,
It's just.
I don't any recording on the board though.
Where does the actual estate start?
Well, as I said, it starts from here. It's a private estate.
This is what I'm here for, in some ways, you know. So you're not going to get people coming down here like myself, completely clueless. I mean, I can see from up there the sort of sparkling waters and the docks and everything. It just looks. People want to see those sort of things.
There's no recording allowed of the book. Private estate. Private estate.
Yeah. No, but where does it say you can't film?
There's a private estate on there. Private estate. Private estate.
Right.
Others like this, which are like, you know, this is a public area.
Private estate. Private estate. Private estate on there.
One there, isn't it?
That's not public. Yeah, but it's a private estate, so you're not allowed to record it.
No, I'm not arguing the estate's private, but this is a public footpath, is it?
What's that?
Is this a public footpath? Yeah.
No, this ain't a public. Private estate.
People scoot along here going to work in UP.
This is still private estate.
Right.
So I'm not stopping you from doing it.
You're not allowed to public film private estate. As I said, it starts from here. It's a private estate. This is still private estate.
Hard hats on. Okay, I'll just make it clear. This is my body space, right?
Nobody come on me.
No, this is my body space.
You're punish on
This
me.
is my body space.
Why
Your
you
ID.
taking
Where's your
photos?
ID?
Why you taking
Where's your
photos?
ID? Right. It's a criminal offence not to have your ID.
Public
Footpath, yeah.
No, this ain't a public.
I don't know who the security are in there.
But I'm sure you probably. Oh, look, here we go again.
Here's my colleague.
Yeah, and here they come with. So we
Goodness me.
go again.
Here's my colleague. He's just my backup.
Yep, I have. Yep, and here they come with. So we.
Goodness me. They come
Now, Jeff.
They
Right,
come
Jeff.
bandits.
Jeff. Well, I've been burgled, right?
Yeah. too.
My elderly. Right. Did you see this? Did you? No. A man with a camera. It's a private estate. It's a private estate. You said somebody has said that I'm trying to break through a fence and called that. Right. So who made that report? Somebody.
What do you mean, what's the policy on film?
What do you mean? What do I mean?
What do you mean, what's the policy?
You know
Tell him
what your
that it's
policies are
private
with
estate.
public filming.
I don't actually need to let you know that I'm recording. Because I don't have to let you know. Regardless, why are you here?
That's a false report, isn't it?
Huh?
That's a false report.
I don't know.
And they're very good security. They're very well presented.
You're not
What do you mean
asking the
deflected?
question we asked.
I've just reported to you a crime. But I've just reported 2 crimes to you.
No, fair enough.
Right.
Well, thanks for asking the questions you have asked.
How do you feel, sir? How do you feel? Yep, I'm right.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
this is still private estate.
And hello, it's EA Audits. And well, what do we have here? Look at this. Look at this. I'll tell you what, this is absolutely terrifying, to be honest with you. It is the London Gateway Port near Tilbury. Look, we haven't even got near the port yet. And yeah, security's turned up. Look at this. Let's go and find out where these mighty security. Hello, mate. Hello, right? Yeah, how we doing?
Not too bad.
Did you stop for me or?
No,
Oh, right. Oh, to see. I was just looking at that sign. Look at the size of that sign over there with the child and man crossing.
Yeah.
That's quite comedy, isn't it? Yeah, is this the London Portway? How far down am I allowed to go, or
What's that for?
just for public filming? You know, entry.
Not allowed to public film from here onwards.
I'm not allowed to public film from here on inwards. Where does it say that?
Private estate. Private estate.
Yeah, no, but where does it say you can't film?
There's a private estate on there.
Oh, right. Okay.
There's a sign. There's a massive sign up there saying private estate.
Okay. Oh, private estate.
Yeah.
It says public footpath there, look.
Public footpath, yeah, but
Yeah, yeah.
it's still private estate.
Yeah. So I'm on the I'll stay on the footpath, shall I?
That's the footpath.
No, it points down that way, doesn't it? Look. It's that one there, isn't it?
That's not public, yeah, but it's a private estate, so you're not allowed to call it.
No, I'm not arguing the estate's private, but
Yeah.
this is a public footpath, is it?
What's that?
Is this a public footpath, yeah?
No, this ain't a public.
Well, that's not a public footpath actually, because like, there's a gate there, look, a locked gate. I wouldn't go- Seriously? What does that say on the other side there? Look? Oh, look at this, look. Private estate, as he said. So this guy said, but he wasn't here for me. Yeah, so I'm all right to go down here and back again.
Yeah,
it's just
any recording on the boat though.
right. What, on the estate? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. I'll just go down there then and come back up again. I suppose. You know, where does the actual estate start?
Well, as I said, it starts from here. There's a private estate. This is all DP1.
Yeah, it did say that there. And there's also double red lines, which means what's the authority that?
Yeah, leave one, go ahead.
What's the authority that governs around here then? Like the double yellow. Is it all right?
What's that sign?
Did you say a problem?
No, I'll
All right.
come to open the gate.
This is what I'm here for, in some ways, you know. So you're not going to get people coming down here like myself, completely clueless.
Yeah.
And you know, I'd like to try and get. I mean, I can see from up there the sort of sparkling waters and all the docks and everything. It just looks. People want to see those sort of things, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not, you know,
There's
nothing
not-
nefarious.
Yeah, there's no recording allowed of the port unless you have authorisation by the port facility security officer.
Right, that's my question. Who governs this area? Who's
DP World.
DP World?
Yes.
And what's DP World?
DP World.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm just going to go down if you don't mind. That's all right with you. Like, I'm nothing nefarious, you know. Like, I want to make myself known. So, sorry.
Yeah, I'll take a card down there, don't worry.
All right. Right. Cheers, mate. Cheers. And so I wonder why. Let's go across the bridge. Look at this. It's nice, isn't it? Like a little river, the cows and everything else. This is what it would have been like before this. And then the ducks taking off, cows milling, and egrets sitting by the river catching fish, pigeons. And springtime is love in the air. What have you got there? Oh my God! What's it? Hello there, all right?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. Just nearly fell off the scooter and sprained my ankle, but I'm all right. Yeah.
Can I have a quick word?
Yeah, sure. How are we doing?
I'm alright, I'm Jeff.
Hello, Jeff. Hello, mate.
Security
Yeah.
duty manager.
How we doing? I'm EA.
EA?
Yeah.
Okay, EA. So I can see you filming.
Yeah, just I'm nothing nefarious. It's just a public sort of information type film that I make. I go around everywhere and just
Okay.
look all the way along the coast. I'm sort of working my way sort of from London all the way down to that sort of Shoeby-Ness type thing.
Okay.
Yeah, and even beyond if I could, but
Sure.
they won't let me go in there. But
Probably not. DP World are quite sensitive about people filming down
Right.
here. They don't mind because you can contact them and say, "Can I come down and have a support tour?" Even
can I?
you can contact them. DP World.
Yeah.
You can write to them, email them. But obviously they're a bit sensitive about people filming
Yeah.
without them knowing.
Right.
So that's why I've come to talk to you.
Right. Okay. Oh, right. Okay. That's fair enough. Is like where does the line? Where does the estate start? Basically, that's
Well, as soon as you come in from the Sorrels.
the Sorrels. Is that right?
That
Roundabout up
big
there. Is it?
roundabout that you came from.
It says public footpath though.
Yeah, there's a public footpath there, runs across Farmer Frood's field.
No, across the bridge. It had
Oh yeah, there's one going back that way, out towards Rainbow Lane.
Well, it was pointing at this pathway, and then
Yeah.
I was looking at the signs to see whether.
They crisscross the site. They're all over the place.
Yeah, the designation.
As you can see, they built this up and put footpaths in and roads and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but
public footpath.
Yeah, the only public footpaths.
No, this is a public footpath.
But the original ones are right over there. So you see that kind of like trail.
Yeah, I know, but like on the bridge, there's a sign pointing to this one as a public footpath.
Sure.
I can't see whether if there's any other
Sure.
denotations of that.
Yeah, but-
Look, but I'm not here for nothing nefarious.
I understand that.
Yeah.
So it's open to the public.
Yeah.
They just get a bit twitchy about people filming if they don't know why they're filming.
Yeah, I'm glad then you've come up to me, Jet, and you know, give me the opportunity to make myself known to you.
Yeah.
Got no problems if you want to call the authorities or whatever. They probably know who I am because I go around everywhere and do these sort of types of things. So, you know, it's nothing nefarious. I just want to take a quick few shots and then come in and out again.
Yeah.
And we can build a relationship between the public and the port, you know, because they're right to be
Twitchy.
paranoid.
Well,
Yeah, well, they are. I mean, has there been any attacks on the port or anything like that? You know, or anything intended? Do you know of?
The world is what it is. You know?
It is. And I tell you know, if there are any offences and I don't want to be causing any trouble, I'm not trouble. Right? Okay.
All right,
Lovely.
EA.
Okay.
Be safe.
Good man.
See you later.
Thank you very much.
It's just a delimiter from the road to the grass.
Right.
So-
Did you? I went to Purfleet docks the other day,
Yeah.
and you know they're building new sort of roadways through for the ports, and the old one down at London Road there, and it was a little bit greasy on the road. It weren't wet or weren't icy or nothing, and the lorries were trying to pull out from the hill bit coming from the port, and the wheels were spinning.
Yeah.
So I made that known to the port and what have you. Got dismissed, got a load of sort of abuse for it. They called the police in from Boreham, somewhere a long way away.
Well,
Do you
like
know?
Boreham helicopter.
Well, no, they had caps on. It was strange. He parked in a really weird spot, and then 3 days later, someone was killed in a lorry. He skidded off the road.
Bad, isn't it?
I know. So that brought home to me though. That was on March the 10th.
Yeah.
And I went there on March the 7th and raised all these things, got dismissed. Do you see now what I'm trying to do?
Yeah,
it's not a bad thing that I'm trying to do. It's, it might have helped to. I think the guy had a heart attack at the wheel and went over the edge and down into the cottages that are there. But
Sounds horrific.
if you go onto YouTube and type in EA, you never know, you might find me, and then you can see yourself.
I think you filmed close to here before, haven't you? I think you filmed close to here before, haven't you? Right down the far end.
Oh, you've seen them then?
Well, I worked with the other two that you filmed.
Ah, where was that? Which one was that? Because I've done
Right down the end, down by Shell.
Yeah, friends of mine, huh?
Yeah, I work with them.
Ah, right. I hope they're not offended or upset.
No, they're fine.
Okay. I'm not rude. I'm never rude initially. If somebody's rude to me, then obviously that's a completely different matter. But with someone like yourself, you can see that I'm hopefully going to be here. Go in, have a look, come back out again. There's going to be no problems.
Yeah, as I say, my concern is for your safety.
Yeah, that's brilliant. I tell you what, we'll have a fist bump. Lovely, and you. Okay.
Run out of.
No, I haven't run out. I just wasn't filming. Go on.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
it doesn't really
you
matter.
made them
Yeah.
uncomfortable, and because they're uncomfortable, there's no reason for anyone to be uncomfortable. So
No.
again,
But their paranoia is not my problem, is it?
it is. But it's their site. And
Yeah.
They
That's
politely asked you to leave and stop. Okay,
for what? Yeah, but if I was causing a problem, that would be reasonable, wouldn't it?
A problem because they're uncomfortable with you filming.
Well, it's ridiculous. I mean, what if I came along with you could get a little tiny button and have a camera, couldn't you, on that?
I suppose so.
I'm making it nice and obvious what I'm doing, and that it's nothing
Sure.
nefarious.
I understand that, sir.
I'm here to sort of to push the limit, push the boundaries, and find out where the boundaries are, so that I can then advertise that to people, and you won't in future get people coming in here.
Well, the only boundary that you're pushing here is the fact that you're filming when I've asked you to stop filming.
They've got no jurisdiction on the filming.
Well, because it's a private estate.
Even then.
It is a private estate.
But
No.
even then, the filming, you don't have any jurisdiction even on the private estate.
I understand that, but what I'm saying to you is they've set the regulations. Their regulations are, if they're uncomfortable and you're filming,
their regulations.
Yeah, because they own them.
I'm not subject to DP regulations.
Yeah, you're on their property and they set the regulations.
I'm not sure I am, sir, because like there would be a sign saying you're on DP.
You passed that sign when you came in off the Sorrel.
That's confusing, though, isn't it? Because well, it is, because it then says public footpath after that sign.
It does, yeah.
So it's either public or it's private.
Well, it's a private estate.
It's private estate. Private estate starts with the fences, doesn't it?
Well, no, the whole thing is. But
that's confusing, isn't it?
Well, I'm sorry, it's confusing.
No, but I'm saying it's confusing to anyone because there's public footpath and then there's private estate.
Yes.
That's sort of like a contradiction, which I want to get ironed out, because we want to know where the designation, where are we allowed to go, where are we not allowed to go. That's my aim.
Okay, sir. So, what part of it is that whatever it is that you want me to re-explain?
Just the difference between private and public, and the line where I'm crossing into one to the other.
Sure. So it's a private estate.
Right.
As you come onto it, it's a private estate.
Right.
There are public footpaths that crisscross.
Right.
Lots of areas.
Right. That's confusing. That's confusing. Yeah.
All right. Well, maybe.
So I can go over to the office but
I've just explained it to you. So it is a private estate. There are some public areas, but if you're filming in any of the areas, any of the communal areas, it makes them uncomfortable, and they are entitled.
That's not my concern.
And they are entitled to ask you to stop.
Not on public, they aren't.
Well, they are.
Not in public. No.
Well, they are, because it's part of their regulations that they've set.
I don't know. If there's special regulations, but the regulations of the United Kingdom, they've not got any designation, any sort of jurisdiction on my filming. And if I'm in public, I can film anything I can see. That's the law.
I get that, but this is their private land.
I don't know. This is the confusion, isn't it? Because it's public footpath.
Yeah, but public footpath doesn't necessarily mean it isn't private. Yeah, but public footpath doesn't necessarily mean it isn't private.
Is that a joke?
Is it?
Well, a public footpath doesn't mean it's not private.
Well, yeah, but public footpaths cross all kinds of land. People own club.
So from that public footpath, if you can see anything, you can film it. That's the law.
Yes.
Get himself in trouble. So I just want to know where the designation line is.
Well, I've just told you, back there.
Yeah, I know. I saw the sign saying.
And you're filming the fence line.
Anything from public, I'm allowed to do that.
But you're filming the restricted area. So
it doesn't matter.
Is there some reason that you don't understand what I'm saying to you?
It's a private estate, but there's public areas on it.
Sure.
That's confusing.
Okay. But okay. So what part of it do you want me to explain to you?
Well, where's the designation line? How much further towards the fence can I go before it says like no further?
Well, there's a sign there that says no.
Yeah, there's a sign on my T-shirt saying give you 50 quid. But the sign's not enforced by sort of any act of Parliament or anything like that.
It's enforced by the park regulations.
Well, it doesn't say that on the sign, does it?
Yeah, no. It doesn't say it on that sign.
No.
But I've told you.
Yeah. Well, I know people like tell me fibs.
I know, but listen, I'm being honest with you.
Yeah, I'm being honest with you as well. I'm trying to be reasonable with everything else.
This is how it is. Yeah. It's a private estate. Okay. Some areas of it are public. They have to be public.
It's confusing, isn't it?
Because people work here. Well, not for me, but then perhaps because I work here, I understand it.
Yeah.
And I'm used to it because I work here. I understand it.
Yeah.
And I'm used to it.
Well, it'll be fine, you know. I mean, I'm sure we can sort of work it out in time.
Okay.
But I'll tell you what I'm going to do to be reasonable. I'm going to go back to the public footpath. I want to get a coffee. I'm parched mouth.
Sure.
And then I'm going to go down that way. There's a public footpath still down that way.
I'd rather you didn't.
I know, but this is the thing about the filming and the rights.
Yes.
It's like a muscle. If we don't use it, we're going to lose it because it will waste away.
Right.
So the reason that I'm here today is to find the designation points where it goes from public to private.
Okay.
You know, a nice clear cut so everybody can see and know, and that's what the law wants.
It would be lovely in life if everything was as black and white as that, but as you well know, it's not.
Yeah, it is. It's either public or it's private.
But life isn't as black and white as that.
I think in here the black and white does get a bit blurred. That's why I've come, you see, just to find out. Then I can put it online. People will know, and you won't get people coming in.
All right.
I mean, the defence says it all. Defence says it all.
Yeah.
A DP can restrict viewing. Like if they were to put a wall up or something that I can't see through, then obviously I won't be able to film their secure site. That's up to them. Their paranoia, their concerns is not their regulations aren't mine. I'm going to sort of abide by the laws of the United Kingdom.
Sure.
I don't know what country we're in at the moment, but
we're still in UK.
I'm not sure we are. bizarre because
Why is that?
because if anything in public in the UK I can film, and you wouldn't have any recourse to argue with that.
No.
So
I'm not arguing.
we're not in the United Kingdom then, are we? If you're still arguing that I'm allowed to film,
But EA, I cannot transport us magically to another country. This is the UK. And
well, it is time for another country, isn't it? Like the City of London has its own police authority, its own hospital, its own, and it's effectively another country, inside this country.
I suppose.
Yeah, it is. And it's designated by the double red lines, which for me is attractive because I want to designate some information to the general public.
Right.
This is where you're allowed to go. This is what will happen if you don't abide by it. Public and private. You know, that's the black and white lines that I know of.
Right.
When I've come into this site, it's become a bit. Is this public footpath or is this like a sign? There's a sign, a big yellow sign saying private
estate,
and then there's another sign, blue sign saying public
footpath.
Right. Now that's not black and white, is it? There's a grey area there.
Well, that's true, but at the end of the day, that's how it is. We have to
But
trust.
that's how sort of terrorists and people like that. That's how they act, isn't it? They have
You're
little.
clearly not one. Because
No, that's right. That's why it's really important for me to make it known to you what I'm doing. That's what I've done. I've been coming, I've waved it around.
That's fine.
I saw yourself, didn't I? I came up to you and had a chat.
Yeah.
I've had a chat with you. So that's basically what I would like to get it sort of like, these, as far as I can see, you see these road markings and the road here. That's who paid for that? Sorry, sir. Who paid for these road markings? Yeah. Well, I mean, I suspect that the taxpayers pay for these road markings, and what I'm saying is that this road is like part of the public area in normal circumstances.
I doubt very much whether the public paid for them because DP World built whole site.
So who maintains the road?
DP World.
DP World maintain this road. Be careful here because like my viewers are very stringent on these things. Yeah. Okay. So DP have got then the right to put these cones across the road like this. Yeah. Because obviously you can't take the law into your own hands. Like even in a
public road.
Not a public road. No. All right. I'm going to go back to the pathway and then we'll carry on from there.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah,
To you, as
yeah,
always.
yeah. It's nothing. Honestly, I've lived in Essex my whole life, right?
Okay.
And like, end of the day, I'm not a troublemaker.
No.
I'm just a disseminator of information.
I get that. As long as you understand our concern about sensitive areas.
I understand them. I'm just not
filming
concerned by them.
I know
because
you are.
that's their concern, isn't
No,
it?
it's part of my
Their
job.
paranoia is
I realise
not
that.
down to me. Yeah.
I realise that. But it's part of our job.
Yeah, I know.
To
I
help
know.
them with that.
They're leaning on you to lean on me.
Well, I'm not leaning on you, really, am I?
No, but they're leaning on you to lean on me.
But that's part of my job.
That's your job. This is part of mine.
Okay.
All right.
That's fine.
Lovely. Okay.
So, if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah. I'm going to go down and do my thing. Yeah.
Okay.
As I've outlined.
They've
Right.
asked you to leave the site, so I've repeated.
Yeah,
instructions.
they
So
can
I've
ask.
asked
Yeah,
you
you can
to
ask.
leave the site.
I've asked them to give me 50 quid.
Well,
Yeah. I've got a sign on my t-shirt. Do you want to see it?
I don't think they give you 50 quid.
Yeah.
Actually, but they would if you
Yeah.
wrote to them nicely.
Yeah. Well, that's right. You see, like their sign over there about no photography.
Yeah, but listen. If
same
you wrote
token,
to
isn't
them nicely, they would give you a.
Well, if they wrote to me nicely, then
they give you a guided tour of
yeah.
the site.
Well, I'd give them a guided
and tea and
explanation to what I'm doing.
biscuits. And tea and biscuits.
I'll give them tea and biscuits. I don't mind. There you go. I'm sure I recognise you from somewhere, but I can't see your eyes. So, let's have a look. No, all right. He doesn't want to. Okay, thank you guys. Thank you very much. Speak to you in a bit. So, that was all a bit weird, wasn't it? What's the issue here? Although I'm not sure, you see, about this because it's a named road.
Could you take my word for it as the duty manager here?
No, not really. I'd like it. Well, you'd like to know, I'd like to know. But, yeah, we're not sure at the moment, are we?
Well, no, I'm quite clear on it.
Well, so am I, because it's a named road. And
But like I said to you, the fact that it's named doesn't mean to say it's public property.
doesn't. Well, okay, I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't think we're really sure about it because it's either public or private. So we're going to.
It's a private estate that is open to the public.
Yeah. Okay.
Is that even more confusing for you?
Yeah. Well, it's not black. It's supposed to be black and white, isn't it? So that thick people like me can.
No, you're not thick.
No, they can work it out.
You're obviously very intelligent.
No, not at all. Not at all. I mean, I've had too many knocks on the head from security, half of them. But every
You
time.
don't get any knocks on the head.
No,
here.
I know that. It's been really refreshing speaking to you because, some people are a bit nervy and all that.
Sure.
And I don't want them leaning on you, so I'm going to go in, do my thing, and then go out again. Right?
Okay.
Good man. Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right.
You want a coffee?
No, I'm all right. I've got tea and glass.
Okay then. Cheers, man. I think the only coffee he wants is for me to fuck coffee. Something is in a hurry. And that's interesting, isn't it? You don't get that in the United Kingdom. What's that red sign there? Hello. Hey.
What are you up to, buddy?
Just having a little walk around, film in public.
Yeah, just filming, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, alright.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Well,
want to be on film, buddy.
Don't come to a man with filming then.
Huh? No, I'm just asking you what you're up
Yeah,
to,
yeah,
mate.
yeah.
You're walking around.
Well, I'm just filming, so why did you come to a man who's filming if you don't want to be filmed?
No, because I'm just asking what you're up to. It's just a bit bizarre. Are you on a phone call or are you filming?
No, I'm filming. Yeah.
Please.
Right, okay, thanks. So, those guys decided to walk down to there. They were following me. I'm being followed. As far as I'm concerned, this is a public road. Look, you know, how do you confuse a wanker? Why am I taking pictures? This is just a personal project, sir. Yeah, of course you do. Of course you do. That's silly.
Why point the camera on me?
Because you're coming to engage me.
Why point the
Don't come near me. Don't come near me. Don't come near me. Thank you. That's a bit weird, isn't it? He comes to a man who's filming and says, "Why are you filming me?" He's gone in there to. He's asking me to wait. Yeah. Put your helmet. I bet he hasn't got his ID on. Yeah, your hard hat, sir. Your hard hat, sir. Okay, I'll just make it clear. This is my body space, all right?
Why the camera on me?
No, this is my body space.
Don't punish on
This
me.
is my body space.
Where's
your ID?
Why you taking
Where's your
photos?
ID?
Why are you taking
Where's your
photos?
ID? Right, it's a criminal offence not to have your ID. There's old bag. DXL. So that security guy has come over. Oh, look at this. What? Don't follow me, sir. Don't follow me, sir. Where's your ID?
Just wait.
Where? No, I'm not going to just wait. Just
you-
watch, because you say,
come now,
where
the
is
police
your
start
ID?
call the
Where
police
is your
arrest
ID?
We call
What a
the
fool.
arrest.
What a fool you are. Sir, don't follow me.
Okay, you wait, you go away.
What an idiot. See, another one, right? And he's shouting at me about what I'm allowed to do. Yeah, I know, mate. It's crap, innit? It's crap, innit, being a third-class citizen in your own country, innit? Flippy one, because I'm sick of it. I'm sick of people like that. Look at him. He's got no idea about his job, and yet he's going around shouting his mouth off with no ID on. So, go do one.
Come back.
Yeah, is that guy SIA security?
Yes.
He hasn't got his ID on show. He came out into public. He was alarming and threatening.
I'll tell you what, I'll
distressing.
speak to him later.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's committed a crime, hasn't he, there? You know, like with not having his ID on show, as I explained to you. If he's SIA, he has committed a criminal offence. Are you going to report that to the police, or shall I?
You don't.
And tell me that I'm not allowed to do this and I'm not allowed to do that?
Sorry.
Yeah, if you want to have your conversation on your radio, you have that first and then come back to me afterwards, all right, sir? Yeah, I know, because if you want to have are you ready to have a conversation? If you're ready to have a conversation, Jeff, and listen, I will offer you mutual respect as you've offered me, right? I've been as good as gold, you've been as good as gold, I've been as good as gold, you know?
I'll speak to him for you.
Yeah, that's not going to cut it for me.
Well, no.
I need him filled in on how to do his job of security. I suffer. I've had 3 cameras broken by people like that, right? I've suffered. Look, Jeff, let me just show you something. Look, my wrist is in pain because of people like that. The chimney isn't even been used or anything else.
I think I don't know though.
Yeah.
Again, you'd have to ask Shell.
I tell you what, you answer the phone. Relay their fears. Allay their fears.
I'm dealing with you.
Yeah, I know.
Wait,
I know.
It'd be rude to answer that while I'm talking to you.
There you go, sir. There. I tell you what, you know your job. You know you're intelligent. You know how to approach people. This annoys me. I'm suffering personal loss and injury because of idiots like that. And these signs are just a coincidence, a striking coincidence to the public ones. Well, the policy of 20 miles an hour, for example.
That's a site policy.
That's a site policy. So DP have made that policy.
On this particular section.
Yeah.
It's 30 back there.
And the ANPRs, it's a bit of a.
They do that for access because of the DPO staff car park down there.
Yeah.
And some of the DPO staff have had their registrations logged, so the cameras will. So there is some ANPR active on the site.
Yes. Yeah.
Just
Well, that guy was going more than 20 miles an hour there, wasn't he?
was.
So is he.
I know, but I'm dealing with you at the moment.
I
so
know,
I
but,
do these things in accordance.
Who's enforcing these speed? Because that's obviously now going to go.
There are speed cameras out there.
You might want to have a word with them about.
I'm sure DP will. There are speed cameras out there on that 30 mile an hour section.
Yeah, whereabouts are they being
Their average speed
monitored?
cameras.
Yeah, where's the feed to that? Where's the screens?
I don't know that. It's not here.
I don't know.
It's not here.
He's not here.
It's not here.
It's not here. No, I think I know where it is.
Jeff,
Jeff,
if I couldn't find hope, I should just let it all go. I used to think if I couldn't make dreams come true, I should just let them all go. When life seems impossible, look from every angle, change just one little thing. driving can be a distraction. Dreams can change out of nowhere. Life is so short, even when hope's elusive. Hard times dissolve within air.
Prime Minister, it's a Prime Minister.
From a new angle, change just one little thing. When life feels intolerable, find your true source of love. Concentrate, focus upon.
Some time-lapse pictures here.
No talking or?
No, you can talk, yeah, because I'll be speaking yourself.
So listen, the client have been a bit concerned, the A. I'm
Right.
not, because I can see that you're just doing what you want to do.
Yeah.
But they are concerned, so they've summoned the police, who will be here in a couple of minutes.
Okay, that's up. Yeah, that's
Right?
their
That
right.
is their right,
Yep.
which is what they've done.
Yep.
So I just wanted to inform you
Yep.
they are going to arrive,
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
and
Thank you for that.
I'll let them take over from there.
Okay,
If
lovely.
that's all right.
Thank you, Jeff. I can see that there's a fence gate at the end there, so I won't be going
Again,
any. I
that's
won't
the
be-
ISPS fence line again.
Yeah, I won't go through any gate or fence. That's
No.
that's my sort of unwritten rule, you know, not to go through the fence. But yeah, I'm pleased the police are coming because then I can make my report direct to them about this.
About the guy in DHL.
Yes, about the yes.
Yeah, that's pretty bad, really. I
Yeah.
don't-
Well, that's right. An offence that's punishable by 6 months in prison
Yeah.
is fairly serious, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know.
You know,
who-
especially
I don't
aside-
know I don't know who the security are in there.
But I'm sure you probably. Oh, look, here we go again.
Here's my colleague.
Yeah, and here they come with so we
Goodness me.
go again.
Here's my colleague.
Yeah, and here they come with so we
Goodness me.
go again.
Here's my colleague.
Yeah, and here they come with so we.
Goodness me. They come
Now, Jeff,
They
right,
come
Jeff,
left-handed.
Jeff. Well, I've been burgled, right?
Yeah.
My
too.
my elderly right. Did you see this? Did you? No, didn't see any at all. So we've got a number of infractions to like thingy, and what they'll do
Yeah.
is they'll come up to me now
Yeah.
and treat me like I'm some sort of, you know, yeah, like a criminal. And I have been on tiptoe since I've got here, haven't I? Very.
I'd like to think that we've been polite with each other.
You've been absolutely superb, you know. But this is. I object to this. You know, the elderly people. I know some elderly guy. He owns a bike shop, right? He's been broken into 5 times. Do you know how many officers he's seen? None at all. Now, how many? Look at this. Look at this small army turning up here, right? And what's it for? What's it for?
you.
A man with a camera
Yeah.
and a scooter.
Well,
Here they come. So I'll just deal with them.
all right.
Okay. All right. Cheers, Jeff. You've been a good man. Right.
Okay.
I'll try and get out of the.
Do you want me to put this or is it?
No, it'll be all right there. It'll be all right there. Just want to get out the wind.
Are you aware this is a restricted area?
No.
Well, it is, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Where does it say that?
I know. Well, that's what it said it is.
You don't know.
Oh, this is,
Is it legal to have a blue light on top of his vehicle there?
this is private property. Yeah.
Is it? Where does it say that?
Well, this is all private property.
Where does it
so
say
there's
that?
no
Where
public
the
right.
signs have to be, the private property have to be designated. Can I take your name and number, what station you came out of, please?
79832 Grace.
Thank you.
Grace. Call numbers there.
Is that what you'd say to a judge, is it?
I'm not
Your name and number and what station you came out of.
80670 if you can't read, and Alvarez.
Pardon?
Alvarez.
Alvarez.
Yeah.
How do you spell that?
There.
Alvarez. All right, okay, so.
PC 78997 Appleton.
And what station did you come out of?
Grace.
All come out of Grays, yeah? Yeah, why are you here?
Because we're here because of reports of someone trying to break into a fence.
It made me wonder, like, how well briefed are these officers on the dynamic of protect the business at all costs and criminalise the public?
You have to be designated. Can I take your name and number, what station you came out of, please?
79832 Grace.
Thank you.
Grace. Call numbers there.
Is that what you'd say to a judge, is it?
I'm not
Your name and number and what station you came out of.
80670 if you can't read, and Alvarez.
Pardon?
Alvarez.
Alvarez.
Yeah.
How do you spell that?
There.
Alvarez. All right, okay, so.
PC 78997 Appleton.
And what station did you come out of?
Grace.
All come out of Grays, yeah? Yeah, why are you here?
Because we're here because of reports of someone trying to break into a fence.
It made me wonder, like, how well briefed are these officers on the dynamic of protect the business at all costs and criminalise the public? Just made me wonder.
You're here because of reports of someone trying to break into a fence, and you match that description.
Did you hear that, Jeff?
Sorry, what's that?
Sorry, can you say that again?
I wasn't listening, sorry.
Yeah, can you say that again?
So we've had reports that a man's trying to get through a fence, possibly damaging it.
There you go. Is that, and you've been watching me the whole entire time, haven't you? And like, you know, is that, would you corroborate that?
You have not been attempting to break through a fence, to my knowledge, but I didn't see you for the entire time you were here, to be fair.
So who's made this false report? Because that's a criminal offence. Don't come near me. Don't come near me. Don't come near me.
And so it gets me to wondering, how much does this character know about this dynamic? He seemed to be super confident to pick up the telephone and phone the police, who, as you saw, came rushing to the scene. From his accent, he can only be a recent arrival to the country. So how has he got so much confidence now to like be able to do this? It's bizarre, isn't it?
Okay, I'll just make it clear. This is my body space, all right?
Put the camera on me.
No, this is my body space.
Don't punish on
This
me.
is my body space.
Where's
Where's your ID? Where's your ID?
Why are you taking
Where's your
photos?
ID? Right, it's a criminal offence not to have your ID. It's a criminal offence, yeah. So who's made this report?
I wouldn't know without looking.
No. Can you find out then? Because that
You
is
don't
a...
need to know who's made the report, do you?
No, but like, if somebody's committed a criminal offence in front of you, sir, then obviously you're going to like
Criminal
pull them up.
offence has been committed in front of me.
False report.
It wasn't reported to me, and it wasn't reported
Somebody
in
said,
front
you
of
said
me.
somebody has said like I'm trying to break through
Yes,
a
but it
fence and
wasn't
causing
reported
damage.
to me, though.
Right. Well,
I don't take
but
the
you've just said
999
to me it was reported.
It was.
You've just
but
said
not
to
to me in person.
Right.
And
So
it
do
was
you want to
committed-
go and find out who made that report so we can like?
I don't need to at the moment.
Right. Okay.
I have
Now.
no reason to.
Right. Okay. So I'm on a public footpath. Now I've seen the signs.
Public road,
Right.
yeah.
It's a public road. Then that sign, that blue sign there, that blue light there, is not. It's against the law.
Yeah, he was escorting us in, so we knew where we were going because this is a big place.
Right. Okay. I'm just going to give you I'm just going to give you the extra time just in case.
Extra time for what?
What's the policy? What's your policy on filming?
What do you mean? What's the policy on film?
What do you mean? What do I mean?
You filming?
You can film.
Am I subject to like GDPR, like sort of like rules that the police are?
You can film it.
You know for a fact what your policies are with public filming.
In what context?
You're aware that all of our body
Right.
rules are wrong.
Right, at the first given opportunity. So even though I've given you the opportunity to do so, you haven't done that. Why not?
I don't actually need to let you know that I'm recording.
This is covert.
He's contradicting what you just said.
No, you don't have
Yes,
to.
you do. Yes, you do.
If you say so.
If I say so. No,
what's
it's
your
like
issue?
it's a home office. Can you not interrupt, please, sir? It's a home office that insists that that's the case. That's why they've made that legislation.
Okay.
Why have you just broken
It's
it?
policy, not legislation.
Yeah, policy.
So
Why?
policy's
So
different
policy.
to legislation.
So why have you just broken it? Why are you broken your? If you know the policy, why did you break it?
Because I don't have to let you know that I'm recorded. Because I don't have to let you know that I'm recorded.
Well, he's
If I send
contradicting you, sir.
emergency, You've got to assume
Yes,
that we
you
will
do.
be recorded.
As soon as-
you've got to assume that
Yes,
we
you
will be
do.
recorded.
As soon as you start filming, at the first given opportunity, you're to, as a data handler, you're to make it aware of the person who you're filming. Yes, you do. Well, your colleague just said that you do.
No, he's made you aware that we're recording.
But yeah, but
Only
it's not.
'cause-
It's
only
down
'cause
to
that's
you
what
as
you've
the
asked
data
for.
handler.
Only
It's not.
'cause-
It's
only
down
'cause
to
that's
you
what
as
you've
the
asked
data
for.
handler. This guy's not filming.
Regardless, why are you here?
Well, I asked you first. I asked you first, though. Why are you?
I told you why. I'm
Right.
here.
What? Because it's a. You said it's because it's a
I
restricted
didn't say
area.
that. I said
Right.
we've had reports that someone's
I am
damaging
filming,
the
sir.
fence.
Right, but I'm trying to break
Thanks
through
for
the
letting
fence.
me know. I kind of
And that's
assumed you
a
would.
false report, isn't it?
Huh?
That's a false report.
I don't know.
Now
That's
I've been
why I'm trying to
speaking.
bottom out.
Yeah, I've been speaking to Jeff here, and they're very good security. They're very well presented. They come out, IDs on show and everything else. Because as you probably be aware, for an SIA security to come out and approach a member of public without his ID on is a criminal offence, punishable up to 6 months in prison. And I have just had that experience over there. Shall we go over there and question that individual?
Why are you here?
Question that individual.
You're not
What do you mean
answering
deflecting?
questions,
I've just reported to you. I've just reported to you a crime. I've just reported to you a crime, right? 2 crimes actually, because somebody has reported that I've tried to break through a fence, and I'm pretty sure the cameras will corroborate me, and Jeff here will corroborate me as well, to say that that was a false report. Shall we not? They're a criminal. It's a criminal offence. Is there something over there, sir, that's more interesting or something?
No, I'm listening to it.
Well, it's more engaging to like sort of go eye to eye. Well, I'm filming. I'm making a film.
Okay. And how long have you been here?
I'm not answering any more questions
Okay.
you know,
How
until
long
like
do you plan to be
until you investigate the crimes that I've reported to you. Why should I answer your questions?
reported any
I'm not doing
crimes.
anything illegal.
You've not reported any crimes.
I'm not doing anything illegal. That's what I'm doing.
Okay. But you've not.
So why are
reported
you
any
here?
crimes to me
So
either.
why are you here?
I've told you why I'm here.
If
Do
I'm
I
not?
have to keep repeating myself?
But why are you questioning me if I've not committed any crimes? And you've had a false report made to you, and you've also had a report
Your
of.
opinion, it's a false report.
Right,
Only
okay.
you were saying it is.
If you can't speak to me with any respect, sir, then I'm not going to continue to engage with you. I haven't broken any crimes. I haven't broken any laws. Eh?
Yeah, but
You haven't got no respect for me because I've just reported a crime to you.
To make sure that you haven't known.
Okay, but I've just reported 2 crimes to you, and you're refusing.
What
You're
crimes have
refusing.
you reported to me?
Failing to have his SIA identification on and approaching me, and also the false report,
He's made you aware of who he is.
saying that I was trying to break through a
He's made you aware of who he is.
Right, saying that I'm going to carry on. Absolutely ridiculous. Well, we've got these 2 guys here. It's EUFRR from Grays Police. Absolutely, you know, he's actually got like lights, blue lights in the front of that vehicle, and I'm sure that that's not right. So, you know, there is the other right. Let's go back, right?
Private estate.
And although we've asked him to leave, he's
It's designated by the fencing, isn't it? Now, if I was to try and breach the fencing, I can understand the police being called.
And that's the reason we have been called, because it was mentioned that you might have been trying to breach that
Right.
fence.
Do you hear that, Jeff? And like, do you think you know that I haven't been doing that? So, and the cameras.
But to be fair,
Yeah.
I've asked you multiple times to go.
No, we haven't actually said go. You said
have.
you said that they wanted me to go.
I have asked you to go. You know I have.
Well, yeah, if I'm on a private area,
Well,
and
I've told you that it's a
no, but if
private-
I'm on a private area and I'm asked to leave, then I'll.
Discuss this. didn't we?
Yeah.
It's
So
a private estate, but it's open to the public under certain regulations.
But the officer just said it was a public road.
Well, okay. But we discussed this again. It's semantics. Isn't it?
Yeah, semantics is like that. This is public.
It's a private site open to the public.
The private site is behind.
As long as they behave according to the rules and regulations of the site.
Yeah, we had that discussion.
We did have that discussion.
Yeah, so I'm not going into a private area. I'm not on the private estate. I'm on a public road. As far as I know, and if there was a sign somewhere saying private keep out, I wouldn't have gone past that.
Private estate signage you come straight into with
Yeah, the private estate is like designated by the fence, isn't it?
Yeah.
As we discussed. This
Well,
is
no,
the officer.
the whole area, as I explained to you, is a private site.
Yeah, but the officers
Certain
have said,
areas
haven't
of it are open to the public, EA.
Yeah, well, the officers have said, haven't they, that this is a public road, so even they don't know, you know, so it's worth checking out, isn't it?
Well, I've been here since 2014, so
I know, and we still don't know, do we?
it feels like I've been here since 2014 now.
Same here. The objects of me coming here, isn't it? As I said about the rights, if I don't exercise our rights,
Well, I was thinking about this, and
yeah,
you know, there are a lot of rights that we have that we don't exercise,
Yeah.
rightly or wrongly. Some
Yeah.
of them we don't really
it's
need.
wrongly.
We
That's-
don't-
So yeah, they're obviously sitting there, they're trying to work it out to criminalise me,
Right.
to compromise my rights, you know.
Okay.
Then you've got to see how that could be construed as offensive, you know, to me. No, you don't. You don't. So if they started doing it to you, then you'd be all right about that, would you?
That's fine. Can you not put that in my face though?
I'm not. It's not in your face. What do you mean in your face?
Well, you're putting it now straight into my face.
Yeah. You see, I had a feeling, didn't I?
I see.
Yeah. No, not you, so Jeff, but he's making a phone call. How to criminalise me?
Sure.
What did you mean? Like, so they tried to criminalise you? Like, you'd be all right with that? Is that why you got the gang badge on? See, you see, they got the same badge on. Excuse me, officer. Can I ask if that's part of your uniform? Sorry, not the your. Can I ask if that badge there is part of your uniform?
Which badge?
The blue, the defaced Union flag that I
That
find
one?
quite offensive. Yeah, you've defaced the Union flag. That's the Union flag of my country.
It's not part of the uniform.
Would
but
you do that with an
it's-
African
it's
flag?
accepted by nearly every single force.
Would you do that with an African flag? Would you deface an African flag like that? Can you take it off, please?
No.
Right, no. You refuse to take it off. It's not part of your uniform. And you refuse to take it off. Okay. That's up to you.
Country, lots of officers wear it. Okay.
Is that okay? That makes it okay then, does it?
Yeah.
So what's the point of having a uniform if you're gonna?
So I'm not walking around with that covered around my whole body, am I?
No, but it's not part of your uniform, is it? It's not part of your uniform now, is it?
No, it doesn't stop me doing my job, does it?
Just saying, it's just like this gentleman's not wearing one, so why?
Okay.
Are you?
It's hard to wear on if he wants to.
Yeah. But why? What's the point of the wearing this? People are offended by defacing the flag.
Do you understand what that actually is?
I don't understand what it denotes. I don't understand why they need to use a defaced Union flag to do it. Why not use a picture of a Bobby or something?
I'm not sure. Ask me like charity.
You know, I mean, I'm a bit of an artist, so I could actually offer many designs that would more reflect a fallen officer than a defaced flag, which causes offence, to people. You wouldn't do it with the African flags and stuff. What's the difference? That's right, but you are in the UK, and that's a defamation, isn't it, of our flag? They're all. You're.
That's your opinion.
Yeah, but your sort of your loyalty is sort of like to the monarch. This represents the monarch, and like that's almost. Imagine if I had a picture of the Queen with a big cross over it.
It's all ifs and buts, isn't it?
No, it's not ifs and buts. It's not all ifs and buts. He's definitely wearing something. Yeah, but he's definitely wearing something contrary to his uniform, and people are offended by it. So what's the point? Hey?
You can't.
Well, I am.
Don't look at it.
Hey?
Don't look at it.
Don't look at it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're the one, if you're offended by it, you've pointed it out, you keep staring at it, you keep talking about it. If you're so offended about it, you wouldn't.
Well, you approached me. I haven't approached you, have I?
You've just come over to me. I've left you talking.
No, you drove up to me. How long are you going to intend to stay on this task? Because as you know, I'm going to leave only now when you leave.
See you later. Bye.
You know.
You gonna provide us your details at all?
Well, on this end, you'd have to suspect me of doing a crime, wouldn't you? Before, like,
yeah, which I'm not at this time. But you're gonna tell me who you are? No.
There's no need, is there?
No, fair enough.
You could easily find out who I am. I'm sure.
What do you plan on doing with the rest of your day?
Let's just wait for you to go toddle off, and then I'll be taking some dissemination of the sites, and then I'll be off.
Okay. How long do you reckon that's going to take?
10 minutes, perhaps. But I'm not going to answer any more questions because that would sort of defeat the object, wouldn't it? Not my rights. I'm here to exercise my rights.
Well, thanks for asking the questions you have asked.
Thank you. All right. Thank you for being civil.
You're welcome.
All right. I won't be long. Thank you, and you.
Sorry? Well, no. So, we'll stay with you
Yeah, sure.
to make sure you're okay.
How do you feel, sir?
Huh?
How do you feel?
I'm fine.
Yeah, you're right.
All right.
Yep, I'm right. Yeah. And so who's that? Who's this lady? That's your boss, is it? I was going to say she had no ID, but then everyone looked down. I didn't choose to do this. This chose to do me. What does DP stand for?
Dubai Port.
Dubai.
Yes.
I wonder what happened to the. Do you remember Great Britain?
I've only been around since 1900 years ago. I might have been one.
These guys are idiots. They are, mate. They are.
They mean well.
Yeah, I understand that there's a need for security, and that's what I'm trying to facilitate. I mean, he's turned the blue light off. I know why, and you know why. He's not supposed to have a blue light on top of there. It's only emergency service. He's not supposed to have it on there. It's a criminal offence. And yet, it's a man with a camera. Someone died the other day, Jeff.
I know.
And that could have been prevented had they not. All they were interested in when they arrived, same deal. They're just interested in criminalising me. And it's just, who's paying for this? Who's me and you are paying for this? Oh, he's not in any hurry, is he? I've told him I'm going to leave when he leaves.
Well, I'll stay.
Yeah, I don't mind you staying. I don't much like your colleague. After what he said there. I mean, putting it in his face. What are you talking about? Come on. There's a lot of these Audis flying around. Like this brand of cars. Are they going out to export? Are they? Or
personal car, someone who works here.
There seems to be a lot of Audis coming up. Have you ever noticed like the EU suffix on the police cars?
Isn't that just the registration?
Yeah, it's the new registration that come off the factory line. Yeah.
Right.
Now, as a taxpayer, you'll be interested to know how long that's going to stay EU until the next new suffix.
Is this part of Brexit?
I'm not sure, but what happens is the cars, brand new cars, are used for 6 months, then they're sort of like palmed off to the police. Yeah. Oh, crumbs, yeah. Yeah. Why do you think they're driving around in brand new cars and I'm on a scooter? Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? You know?
Yeah.
Do you see why? You know, I don't get angry because I have. We call it auditing, right? Now I don't get angry because I have this as a way of expressing myself. Other than that, I'm just a piece of filth stuck to the bottom of their shoe.
Well,
not you.
I'd
I
really hope that isn't the case. You know?
I know. I'm afraid to say.
I really hope
you know,
that they treat us all as.
Yeah. I've got nothing. Look, I've got nothing to hide. I've got no problem about giving that bloke my. He knows who I am anyway, right? And you know, if you go onto YouTube, EA, or you know, you already know. If you're thinking, you already know who I am. They know who I am. I've got nothing to hide. I've got nothing to. I should have nothing to worry about. Now.
We won't while I'm standing here.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, thank you, sir. I really do appreciate your help.
You want a fist bump again?
Fist bump. That's the best way, mate. But yeah, I'll just wait for them to go and do their drive of shame.
So after trying everything to get rid of me, I turned round to this Jeff and say, what's the time? And realised then they've been on the site for ages. It was time to go and pick the kids up. So this is an unusual finishing to an audit. I don't think I've ever had an audit finish like this before.
Which people like to see. I'll put a bit of music over it. I'll edit it.
Ride the Valkyries.
Eh?
Ride the Valkyries.
But yeah, no, it's big, isn't it? I mean, I've already got, you know, how long have I been filming for? I mean, I'm on 39 just for this segment, and we've had a chat and everything else. I mean, I've got to squeeze it. I've got to condense everything down.
You have to edit that quite heavily, I think. Try not to get me too badly, you know.
No, I won't. And I could.
Yeah, sure.
I could. Yeah. That's why it's best to, you know, just be. It's just general manners, isn't it?
I know.
It's a different world, isn't it? And you know, it's not supposed to every day.
I've got a child, so I'd like to
I'd
like to make things better for
I'll
her.
myself, mate.
So
I'm talking to which. What's the time?
It is 20 past 2.
Oh shit!
Have you got to go?
I've got a school run tonight.
Do you need a lift?
Don't take it. Yeah, I do actually. I've just got to wait for him to go. It's part of the thing.
Well, I'll ask my boss if I can give you a lift to the boundary.
Yeah.
And if she's happy
you can
for
take
that,
me all the way
I'll
back.
take
That
you
would
and
be
then
brilliant. Yeah.
We can go at the same time as them.
Yeah. Okay. In fact, yeah. Okay. We'll do that now.
Let me just make sure she's okay with it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You know what
Okay.
they're like.
All right. Okay.